Okay, trying to run a test here. Okay. Making sure that everybody can hear me. Okay. I'm doing just some check-in stuff, making sure that this is working. Let me see, is this still okay? Let me see if I can open this up and see if it'll work. Oh, y'all can hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, great. I'm very happy to hear that you guys can hear me. Oh, that is a big relief. I've been struggling for the past few minutes trying to make sure that this is working. Okay, that is a big relief. Hello, everybody. Okay, I know that this didn't work the first time, so we're trying again, and hopefully this stays this way and nothing goes wrong, but fingers crossed. As you guys know, I've been working on a lot of things. As you can see in the corner over here, I have some stuff set up for all of you. These are going to be like little announcements and stuff that I'm going to be giving you as the stream goes on. So make yourself comfortable and we can get this started. You guys can ask me questions about anything I'm working on, like Hall of Game, even some of my other AUs and stuff like Power AU, feature projects and stuff like that. You can ask me about my Cooker and Kingdom content. You can ask me basically anything, like about the characters, what I'm doing next. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have in mind, and I have a lot of stuff I would like to talk about because I love to talk. So, and obviously, as you can see here, I have some stuff for everybody. You guys can see all this stuff here. So, hopefully you guys are excited to see some of this. I just have a notepad on because I think it's a good default. Okay, as long as you guys can take your time and I'll answer any questions I see in the live chat. And, am I going to do something for the K-pop Demon Hunters update? I'm not sure. I've seen the movie, and I have seen the update, like, leaks and stuff from, like, the live stream. I'm excited to see it. I'm not sure if I'll do anything with it. Yes, I agree. That's actually a good point I'd like to make, actually. Thank you for that, Fairy. So, even though you'll be asking me questions and stuff, I will not give anything that I think is too lenient, or... sorry, I'm trying to keep this all in my head. So, basically, I'm not going to give anything that's too generic, or like anything that has like spoilers included. I will give little hints and stuff, but I'm not going to leak anything that I am personally not supposed to, or anything that I would obviously not prefer to give out. Of course. Alright, from I can't say your name right, I'm so sorry. As the ultimate author, has Kiro had any of her work published? What does she typically write about? Okay. So, this actually is going to be brought up a little bit in Chapter 4. I think I actually can share a little bit of a leak now because of that, thank you. Let me see here. This is a script snippet of Chapter 4. Basically what's happening here is that Sora and Kiro are having a free time event. So, sorry, I'm multitasking. So basically what this is about is that they kind of got together a little bit at the beginning of Chapter 4, and they're having a bit of a heart-to-heart. It's been a while, and obviously as some of the closest friends in the game, I feel like they needed to have a bit more time together. So, you can't really see it in this snippet. However, in previous things, Kiro actually... Okay, Sora was asking her a few bit of some like logical questions, and to really explore how she's been feeling lately. what really is going on, though, is that, you know, so he actually asked her about her books and stuff, and she has actually published an official story. It's not anything from actual real life, but let me see real quick. She's talking to him about how, because I can give you the name of what her book was. So basically, sorry, I'm looking through my script right now. Sorry for the pause. Yeah, she wrote a book and published it back in freshman year called Disaster Day and Dawn. It has no really further context, but basically that's it. She wrote that in freshman year, which is, when a lot of the stuff of her backstory takes place. But yeah, that should hopefully answer your question. Quick question. If HoG was human, what would his appearance and personality be like? This is a good question. I actually would not have put this much thought into that. If he was a human, I'm pretty sure he would look kind of the same, minus some of the marks he has on his body, and obviously his eyes would be different, like more humane colors. At least in the standards of Danganronpa. His hair color would be the same, but maybe a bit of a more different kind of shade of red. His personality would be a little bit like, I feel like if I want to make a comparison, a little like, maybe it's still like the same, but maybe a little bit like Kokichi. Just not in a lying stance. He just has like that energetic, childish behavior still, and it probably wouldn't leave him as a human character. Don't worry, just for some little context, Kira's a pretty big focus in Chapter 4, so hopefully you're excited to see that. Yep, I love Kiro and Sora too, and I can't wait to show you guys their free time event. It's a decently long one, so hopefully you find some entertainment out of that. Why do people park in a driveway and drive it? What? I'm sorry? I don't know what. Yeah, I hope like everyone in my cast kind of have some resemblance to some of the canon characters, but I obviously give them their own twists and stuff. Yeah. As the questions go on, let's see. I have some options. Speaking of Hall of Game, actually. Of course. We love Kiro too. Obviously, we needed a female protagonist that wasn't gonna die first chapter. Danganronpa 3. On the topic of Hall of Game, would you guys like to see the Chapter 4 Part 1 cover that I finished today? If you guys are interested in seeing that early. In the meantime, I'll answer the follow-up question. If HoG was a human, what would he do, and what do you see his ultimate as? He'd be something like the ultimate Ringmaster or something. Okay. I'll go ahead and show you that then. Let me see here. Alright. I think this is here. Alright. This is what episode 1's gonna look like. So, it's called Roll Out of Corrosion. I think that's how you pronounce the name. But I worked on this for a couple hours, and I hope you guys like how this looked. My art style kind of constantly changes, so obviously, you'll see a lot of differentiating in that, but I really like the color scheme of this one. Hi Kiro. Yes, of course, Kiro center stage. These tickets are also pretty relevant. You'll see them in Part 1. Yes, Kiro is like, I'm so sick of all y'all. Thank you. Basically, Chapter 4 is surrounding a lot of the stuff that's, like, obviously going on with everyone who's already dead, and Kiro's internal emotions revolving around basically just making friends and then quickly losing them. So, a lot of this chapter is focused on Kiro as a person, as well as her bonds with the other cast members that are alive and some of the past ones that were there before. Yes, tickets! Do you see the tickets in the background? They are going to be relevant for a free time event. Hopefully that sparks your interest a little bit. Are there any questions about... Oh. I cannot... On Double Cross mentioned, as I am part of it, I think the map was cool. Just a side topic from a live stream the other day. And I can't really make predictions because I'm the one in charge of executions and, deaths, so I cannot give any spoilers for Double Cross. Yes, I love exploring Kiro's character too. I think my favorite part about the series is being able to express and show things how I personally feel them, and maybe even, you know, express, and I kind of put them into my characters to make them feel more real. If Monokuma ever met Heyoka, how would it go down? Would they fight? Would Monokuma hate Heyoka? This is a good question. Let me think about that, actually. I'd like to say that it'd be like a hit or miss. Heyoka would honestly not like Monokuma. Monokuma would like Heyoka for his antics, but if he found out how, like, Heyoka actually cares about the students, they probably wouldn't like each other. Monokuma would probably just, like, use Heyoka in some kind of way. Hello everyone who are joining into the stream now. I know it's a little early to be doing all this, but I'm glad that this is working the way I want it to. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. And obviously questions don't have to always revolve around HoG Game as much as I love to talk about it. Don't worry, you guys can still ask questions about it. But obviously, Concurrent Kingdom's on the table, Power U's on the table. Basically any project that I've worked on, or have been working on, really. So, what would Irix and Heyoka react if they saw each other? I feel like I don't know that much about Irix's character in Double Cross to know that much. Judging based off their videos and, obviously the Vine videos, I don't think they'd like each other. Heyoka might like Irix, though. Irix might not like Heyoka, though. Okay. Are there any other questions? Like, you guys can also ask questions about, like, any other... I know, I don't want to keep it on Double Cross, but I figured at least answer some questions revolved around it. However, are there any other questions revolving... It can be around characters, previous chapters, it can be about characters, previous chapters, the chapter that's going on. Oh, this is a good question. This is a good question. Does Heyoka have a favorite out of all the characters? Out of all the cast, yes. Kiro is actually his favorite. He feels bad for all the stuff that he's been putting her and the rest of the... He likes them all at an equal, like, pace, but Kiro is really above them all. Because he just feels like he has a connection to her and that she understands him for who he actually is behind the facade. On the topic on the CRK series, like, which one? Are you saying Finding the End? Or my upcoming videos that are going on right now? Yeah, Heyoka gets it. We all understand. See, who couldn't like Kiro? Finding the End. Okay, basically the really problem is that I've been having is making the plot work. I also lost the script to it, so now I've just had to go with improv. However, on the topic of finding the end, for my Cooker and Kingdom fans, I have two options for you. And you can only pick one. You can only pick one. Do you want to see a small clip from Finding the End Episode 2? Or do you guys want to see one of the music videos? You can only pick one. The scene clip was basically shortened from an actual part in the episode, so it's not that long. Maybe cut down to a half. Y'all want to see the music video? I'm gonna wait a little bit and let it ease out, but y'all want to see the music video? Hopefully it'll pick up the audio. If not, I'll probably have to switch over to the scene clip if it doesn't work. We can do Finding the End music video. We can do that. Alright, let's see if this will work. Alright, let's see. Should be playing. I don't know why it's not playing. Whoa. It is not playing. Oh my god, it's Sora. Ew. Talking about Neomanias over there. What are you doing here, Sora? Don't worry, guys. He's not being serious. Let me see if I can... Okay, this lag is going to be the death of me. It's a little delayed. Hold on, I don't like that. Alright, there we go.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor.
It is. There probably isn't much I can do about that. Okay, that's a disappointment. I'm not sure. I can try it one more time. Is it? I think it's... Oh, it's probably delayed. Because the stream does that. Okay,
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Been searching in the dark,
I see.
soaking through the floor. Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your
I don't know if you guys can... Frame changed? Okay. I don't know if it's working, unfortunately. Okay. If this isn't working, I can just save this for some other... What? Okay. It's working for me, but that's probably because it's on my screen. Super cool, though. It'll be a better quality, hopefully, when the actual thing comes out. Okay, well that did not work as much as I would hope it to. I apologize for that. Uh, I see. Hold on. Um, I'm not sure. Okay, that is not good. It's from the episode. I'm trying to figure it out. Can you guys still hear me? This is not going as much as I would have hoped. Okay. I guess videos are not an option. Are you guys still able to hear me is the question. Hold on. I'm not sure. Okay. Um, I guess I can't show some videos. That's unfortunate. I can't tell if y'all can hear me or not because we're gonna just stop talking. Um, okay, you guys can still hear me. Okay, that's really all that matters to me then. I know that was unfortunately not the way I wanted it to go, but we can just go back with questions. Um, I apologize for the whole lagging situation. Uh, as long as you guys can hear me, we can continue. Okay, yeah. If you guys can still hear me, that's all that matters. You guys can go back to, we can go back to asking questions, and I guess the videos are just not going to be an option. But I still have some other things that I can show you. The leaks. Okay. Side note, are we allowed to post about the leaks in this stream? Um, as long as you, like, tell that it's from this stream, then that's fine with me. Out of any of the Hall of, like, OCs? Like, you mean, like, people's fan creations? Um, okay. I apologize for the lag. Okay. See if I can turn this up a little. Um, I can't really remember them on the top of my head. Who aligns most with whatever themes Hall of Game represents? Like, I can't remember any of the OCs off the top of my head. Um, there's like I feel like there's a fine line. Hall of Game is about something, but some represents what it's about. I think I'm a little confused about this wording. I'm sorry. Um, sorry, I'm trying to I do my best to understand what you're asking. I apologize. Um... Oh. Okay. The CRK took place after Dark Enchantress, and I've noticed you have gotten more canon with the last bit, so what Lily still be alive? That is a good question. I cannot express what I'm going to do with that, because that is spoilers for something I haven't planned. For your question, Delicate Snowflakes, my favorite story in Cooker and Kingdom. No one asked that, but I think my favorite story has remained the same, but as much as I feel like I have a stronger opinion, like, equally on both the Legend of the Red Dragon story and Eternal Sugar's Beast Yeast story. I'm a little biased because Hollyberry is my favorite character, but yeah. Um, let me look back at what we have here. Okay, there was something else I wanted to announce, as well as some other things, but I can probably explain that. Whoa. No, don't do that. Um, I suppose I can. Yeah, honestly, never gonna forget what happened in that. Episode 15 scarred me for life, man. Everyone gets busy after a while, and it's alright. Hello to those who are new or joining into the stream right now. Okay, on the topic of Cooker and Kingdom, I'll go ahead and ask this now. Let's just... Do you guys want to know what the upcoming video actually is, for those who already don't know? Okay, I'll answer some questions in the meantime. Who's the music expert? It's about Sadie. The last person, because obviously she's the one who started all of this. Which ancient has my favorite Awakened design? It's gotta be like... no, I mean, I'm talking about my upcoming video. The one that's been on my community post for a while. The one that I've been giving little teasers for. My favorite Awakened design, I think it has to be between, like, Golden Cheese and Hollyberry. Yeah, you did. You literally guessed exactly what it was gonna be. But for those who don't know, do y'all want to see what the upcoming video cover is gonna be? Or basically what it's about? The gender swap for, like, B-Star. Yeah, the one that's been teasered recently. So, for those who don't know, give it a sec. This is what the next video is gonna be. The Ancients go on vacation! Yeah, that's literally, really, it's a really generic title. But what happens in it is a continuation of the Beast gender bend video. So it basically happens a little after the gender bend video that I posted of the Beast a while back. It's a continuation. Let's just say it's not gonna be as nice and sweet as it looks. Yeah, a little bit of a breather, but not for that long. Yep, vacation video. Woohoo! Um. Nope, never mind. Yes, Piranha has glasses. Mystic Flower and Silent Salt, the beasts aren't gonna be part of this video. But yes, Piranha's got glasses in this one. The thing he hates in my... Took a little bit to make these designs, but hopefully they don't look that bad. I think I like some of them. I think Piranha's definitely my favorite. Um... Yeah, I technically did, foreshadow that. I happen to do that a lot for some reason. No worries. No need to be sorry about being late. We're kind of just going over some stuff. Hey, let's not bully him, okay? It's okay to be a nerd, guys. And I have, like, the same exact glasses, so... Dumb. Um... Okay. But, yeah, that's basically what you should expect for the upcoming video, and hopefully you're gonna like it, because it's hopefully gonna be pretty lore impactful, and let's just say some interesting plot twists are gonna be waiting in here. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Um, since someone made a... Okay. Um... Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying anyone's bad. No one... Nerds aren't bad. I don't... Oh, no one's a nerd, okay? Um... Are you able to do more with the videos with your teacher's orphanage, are you? Yes, I am. I'm going to start writing that sometime in the near future. It's going to be episode-based, so it's going to be a series, because I've been needing to get this out in the open, but what happened to Teacher's Orphanage is not exactly connected fully to what I have planned for the Ancients and stuff now. The lore just doesn't make sense to me, and I have a lot of different plot that I have for the characters, so hopefully that this remake would make more sense, and hopefully is a little bit more realistic. I am okay with headcanons for the Hall of Gamecast. That is perfectly okay with me as long as they are safe. Since someone asked earlier, here's what the final tape for Power AU is going to be, for those who remember me from my Power AU days. It's the song Brutus, If It's Hard to Read. So, yeah, there isn't really much to say, because obviously it's kind of hard to talk about Power AU, since it's been a while, and I don't really work on it as much as anymore unless I really want to. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I'm not too great on anatomy, but I'm learning slowly but surely, hopefully. I like a more cartoonish kind of style anyway. Okay, I don't really, well, that's okay. I really appreciate that commentary, but honestly, you don't have to be good at art either. As long as you're good at what you like to do, that's really all that matters. I think I just find creativity in a lot of things. Well, um, I want to go back to the topic of Hall of Game if everyone's okay with that, because it is my primary focus aside you're obviously allowed to ask me questions about other things and I will obviously answer them. But Hall of Game I think is my biggest primary factor in focus right now. Because I have a lot to talk about compared to everything else. Because I can't really talk much about the other stuff I'm working on because obviously that's spoilers and stuff and I don't want to give that all away. Let me get off of that. And I'm happy to hear that. Everyone has their own strengths and differences, and as long as you perceive as whatever you're good at as creative, and yeah, I can't word everything right as much as I would like to right now. But yeah, we can go back to Hall of Game. I would love to go back to Hall of Game. For any questions that you want to ask, you're free to ask me that. To the notepad. For no reason, really. Hmm. Which Hall of Game character would I get along with best? Um, this is a good question. I think out of everybody, I think I would get along with a lot of them, but who I would get along best? I would probably get along best with, like, May. Maybe Kiro. It's between those two of them. I think I'm more leaning over to May. I think me and May would get along pretty well. If Hall of Game cast met a universe similar to theirs but different, like my Hall of Despair, how would they react? Oh man, we're back in the building. We're back to another killing game. Oh man. Yeah. They just accept their fate, honestly. They'd enjoy meeting new characters and obviously new people, but they'd obviously be a little bit more on edge by the fact that they're in a killing game. I love to write, and who knows, I would love to write a book one day. I might even write that book that Kiro made. That'd be kind of cool if I did that. Do. I have my. You have a. Wait, I'm sorry. You have a Kiro plushie. You have a Kiro plushie. I don't even know where you got that or if you made it yourself, but that's so cool. It's like Kiro exists in real life. It's true. That's so cool. I would love to see that sometime. Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm actually really happy that you enjoy. If the yeah, post the collection. I would love to see it. The Kiro spawn. If the Hall of Game cast ended up in the Amazing Digital Circus, what would their avatars do when they hold their breath? Um, I don't know if I can list everyone in the moment. I love the Digital Circus. Definitely been in my phase for a while. I think if they were to hold their breath, I think if Sora were to be in it, his glasses would probably do something weird. his glasses would probably like shatter and then and then they like would go back together for some reason. That's like the first thought I've got. It's okay. Gangle. I have my Gangle plushies in here with me. It's kind of hard to think of all this on the spot. Gamble. Guys, I love Gamble. She's my favorite character. I do have something, if y'all want to know about Hall of Game and what y'all should expect in the future, if you guys want to hear it. I have to wait because this thing is a little delayed, so I have to wait for you guys to hear what I said. Okay. This is a bit of a bigger thing. So, Hall of Game isn't gonna end after season 1. That's not all of it. There will be, whoa, wrong, whoa. There will be, yeah. There will be 2 more seasons of Hall of Game after the first one. So in total, there are 3 seasons. There are 3 seasons in total for Hall of Game. Yes, there's gonna be more than 1 season, I know! I'm as excited about it as I'm sure a lot of you are. There are gonna be 2 more seasons. Season 1 and season 1. Yeah! Season 2 and season 3. There are gonna be 3 seasons of Hall of Game. And yes, 3 whole seasons! I know. You're getting 3 more seasons! More, technically 2 more seasons, but, you know. So, that being said, since I just told you that there are going to be 2 other seasons, there's obviously going to be 2 new protagonists. Do you guys want to see what our new protagonists are going to look like? It will be a new cast with each season. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you what they look like. 3, 2, 1. Give it a sec. Here they are! Okay! Here's what the new protagonists in season 2 and season 3, they are, this one over here is season 2's protagonist. He is a senior, so you'll see him in the next season. She is 16, and she will be in the 3rd season. Let me tell you what their names are. This is Kimito Sata. He is an 18-year-old boy who is the ultimate butler. He got accepted into Hope's Peak High School, alongside a lot of other... Like the one on the left of me. Ah, yes, Kimito. I love Kimito. He's my favorite... Okay, I'm admitting it. As much as I love Kiro, Kimito is my favorite protagonist. Kimito's gotta be my favorite. What app is this? Like, as in... His rag? What? I don't know about that. So this is Kimito Sata. This is Tsuzuki Boshida. She is a 16-year-old girl who, woke up in the middle of a school, obviously, and then is surrounded by a lot of other participants. For following news, Season 2 and Season 3, they will have more characters. And obviously, more chapters. So that means more death. Season 2 will have 18 characters in total. Season 2, not Season 2, I just said Season 2. What app am I using? Right now I'm kind of, like, for streaming I'm using OBS. For my pictures and stuff I'm using Drive, but I got them... yeah, they all kind of have... I like to use different shapes of people sometimes. But yeah, Season 2 is gonna have 18 characters. And Season 3 is gonna have 22. Yeah, I know. I'm putting a lot on my shoulders here. I think the line's a little delayed on my end, but yeah, that's basically it. 18 students? No way. And then there's 22 students in Season 3. Big difference. So, hopefully a lot more characters for y'all to enjoy. So much shit. Yep, that's right. Yep. 20 students? No, 22. 22. There are going to be 22 students in Season 3. And 18 in Season 2. What y'all should expect is that I can't really tell you how many deaths are going to be. But... gender ratio for season. I don't know how I can. I try to keep it equal. I'm pretty sure there's an equal amount for both. So, like, for Season 3, like 11 girls, 11 boys, and then Season 2 would be like, there's 18. I don't know if I can. I don't think I could directly make that equal, but. But for the most part, I try to get it as equal as I possibly can. But hopefully that you guys are going to enjoy all the cast. And once Season 1 is done, you'll be seeing the trailer for Season 2. There are going to be double deaths. There are definitely going to be double deaths in both of these seasons. Maybe multiple. Because of how many characters there are. Remember that. Yeah, that's basically all I can really express for Seasons 2 and 3. You're welcome to ask questions about it, but I will not answer things that I think give off too much. Water break. Yes, there will be new voice actors. I already have all of Season 2's. No, not triple death. I'm not gonna do a triple death. That would be way too much for me, honestly. Because then the investigation would be horrid to make. However, I'm saying, like, there will be multiple double murders, perchance. But, what was I answering? There will be, I'll look for, featuring fan OCs and other, probably not. I don't really think I'm including OCs into my actual series. Fan OCs are allowed to be made and obviously and stuff for it, but I'm not going to actually include them. Because I already have my own characters and my own stuff for this, as this is my own series, but you're very much more than welcome to insert your OC at any given point. So yeah, Season 2's cast has already been complete. Season 3 is going to be a long thing in the making, but I'm not going to start finding voice actors for that until near end of Season 2. So yeah, that's basically it for them. Let me get off of that. Goodbye, you guys. Don't think I have anything else to show you guys since I can't really show anything. Because videos don't work for some reason. Yes, I know. One thing that I can confirm, though, is that if you guys, for those who have seen Chapter 3, like the epilogue, for example, and the two characters at the very end, if you remember, the blonde boy and the black-haired girl, if you can remember those two at the end, who are basically the outside world watching, as well as everyone else who's out there, you will be seeing them again. You can expect to see them in Season 2. That's all I'll say on them. So they are going to have relevance. And they do play a big part, obviously, as they're cast members of Season 2. Yeah, they're in Season 2. Water break, hold on. Are the beasts going to be shown in the Teacher's Orphanage series you're going to make? I have not planned that far ahead. Right now, I'm only working on the Ancients right now, but I do have some minor plans that I'm going to include the beasts in some kind of way, but they're obviously not going to be the primary focus. I love sitting on balconies, they're cool. But yeah, questions can revolve around, now, since I've told you that, you guys can ask questions about Seasons 1, 2, or 3. La 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 la. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really talk about. Because I'm kind of trying to keep everything going. Again, you can ask anything about characters, prior chapters, like the deaths and culprits, victims, anything. Chapter 4, I'll give you some, things that you can expect. Or any questions that you may have had for, obviously, prior chapters. Looking through my Ibis Paint X to see if I can show anything at any end of any kind. I probably can't. A theory, huh? I'm not gonna disprove or anything. All I can really say is that Heyoka was built. So I appreciate the offer, but I prefer to do things in, obviously, way in my own preferable way in time-lapse officers, surrounding characters. But I do appreciate the offer. If I can't show anything, I'm just gonna leave it, probably. We'll probably leave it off here in a little bit, if there are no more questions to be asked. Which I'm sorry for. I wish I could show you some videos, but my drive does not want to work, and I'm slowly losing my voice anyway. I want to answer a few more questions if anyone has any, but if not, we can go ahead and leave it off here. That's okay. I plan to make a separate community post if anyone actually has any, it comes up with any questions later on, and I'll answer in the comments. I mean, it's okay, me too. That's why I've kind of been like silence for a little bit. Um, if we do plan on ending it now, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who showed up today. That's alright. I want to say thank you to everyone who showed up today, and despite any errors or anything. And I hope that it was at least a little fun, that you enjoyed seeing all the sneak peeks that I gave up today. And hopefully you're excited for the future and all of my upcoming projects that you'll be able to see down the line. If Heyoka were to turn human, how would the cast react and what would happen? Honestly, the mastermind would probably take the reins. So, I'm glad. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. And just for a little bit more input, the season 2 script is already almost done. Of course, I'm very happy that I was able to at least give you some things. Even if all of the stuff I couldn't announce couldn't be shown, I'm just glad that I could at least show some stuff and that the stream worked the best that it could. So, yeah, the script for season 2 is already almost done, thanks to me and my co-writer's help. It's because it's an old series called Finding the End that I kind of stopped working on after a good period of time, but trying to keep up with it. Finding the End is basically where Golden Cheese and Timekeeper travel to different universes to save their friends. So, this is the second universe, which is why it's like a fairy tale universe, which is why they're fairies. Okay, this is a good question. Heyoka is only... So, Heyoka is only the season 1 headmaster. There will be 2 new headmasters for season 1. No, it's not season 1. Season 2 and 3, my bad. I understand. But yeah, there are going to be 2 different headmasters for seasons 2 and 3. Like the other... Yes! No, wait. Well, not really, but she will kind of join in some of, like, the chorus. Sorry, my voice is slowly draining. Yeah, there's new ones. If you want, before we close this out, unless there are new questions to be asked, since there are new people coming in a little late, my voice cannot handle this much longer, but I wouldn't mind answering more questions before this ends. But yeah, if you guys, for those who heard what I was just talking about, I can give a sneak peek to what the season 2 headmaster is going to look like. Do y'all want to see that? It's alright. My voice is kind of slowly, apparently draining. So, yeah, I can show you the season 2 headmaster. Let me do that. I'll send this to my drive real quick. Where is the picture? It's here somewhere. Okay. I'll have to pick up. I got a picture from the trailer, so. Alright, that should upload. Mm. Okay, I think it's up now. Alright, let me see. Alright, for those who want to see the Season 2 Headmaster leak, here she is. Hiroko! She is an antique doll, and she is the Headmaster for Season 2. Hall of Game Season 2. I previously, for those who are new, said that there are Seasons 2 and 3 of Hall of Game that are going to be in the future. To keep things going, this is Viroko, though. Yes, Viroko, I know. She's very different compared to Heyoka. This is also a picture from the trailer. Yeah, I definitely can see the comparison with Cozy Glow, definitely. You'll understand what I mean when the actual season comes out. But Viroko's got a very big personality, and it's definitely different compared to Heyoka. But I'm glad that you like her design. Yeah. Yeah, I can see the comparison. Yeah, so this is Viroko. Yes, she is. Okay, I'll answer that. She's gonna be way more brutal compared to Hyuka. Completely different, and definitely more careless. Um, that's really all I'll probably say about her until you guys see her in the prologue. I'm so sorry. Um, for season 3's Headmaster, I don't, I don't know if I'm gonna reveal that yet. I'm probably not gonna say anything about season 3's Headmaster. Heyoka is not human, no. Heyoka is a plastic toy. So Heyoka's a plastic toy, and Viroko is an antique doll. Yeah. It wasn't. I don't think it was chapter 2. I think it was chapter 3. In chapter 3. Because Akira got frustrated with him, and basically they got into a fight. I think there's more people here in the stream than it says. But that's alright. It's okay. Sometimes you don't see all the details, but yeah, Heyoka's not human. Hello, Hackery's voice actor. Um, yeah. I don't really have much else to say, and I don't know how much longer my voice can take. So, this is probably going to be the end of it. I would like to say as much as I can. Thank you all for coming. And yeah, Headspace, we as Hackery's voice actors. But I would like to say I'm sorry for all the inconveniences, in that I'm sorry that some things didn't go as planned, but I'm glad that we could get this to work, and that the questions were I'm very thankful and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart that you guys were engaging in this so lively, and hopefully that you guys had a good time as much as I did. Yes, this will be up. I'm not deleting the stream. You guys are allowed to look back at the leaks. You guys are allowed to upload about them as long as you credit me and explain that these are leaks from this stream specifically. Thank you for your time, and I love all of you, and I hope you're excited to see what comes next. That's gonna be the end of it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and great rest of whatever comes next.